Hello everyone, hope you're doing great. My name is Ekaterina Andoni and I'm working at EverNorth Canada Immigration Solutions as a licensed immigration consultant. In this video, we're gonna walk you through what actually you might do within the first 7 or 10 days from the time when your application for study or work permit got refused, or in case you received the procedural fairness letter. If this video is something that you're interested in, please stay with us. We're gonna be happy to dive right in and explore every single option together. Here, at the bottom of the video, you will see we're gonna provide you with the timestamps. So for example, if some of the options are already familiar for you, you don't need to listen to every part of it, and just check what exactly you're interested, and just move freely during the video, so it will be provided for your convenience. So let's dive right in. You submitted your application, either a study permit or work permit, because these are the most common ones to consider, and you got a refusal letter or a procedural fairness letter. Usually that's the time when the applicants start panicking right away, and how you're gonna proceed within the next 7 to 10 days, as I mentioned, would determine if your application can be saved, and technically if there are any ways how to help in the situation. So we're gonna walk through 3 options that you have and discuss them in detail. So the first one would be a reconsideration request, the second one would be another application, and the third one would be just submission of the judicial review of the file. But it's in extremely rare cases, but in some applications it might be relevant, so we're going to discuss that option as well. So let's dive right in. You submitted your study permit or your work permit application. We're going to take it as an example because that's the most common thing that my clients, our applicants, usually ask me during the consultation, so I guess it's really the most common thing that people are interested in. So you submitted and you got the refusal. Within the next 7 to 10 days, you have some time to address the situation, depending what actually you received, whether it's a refusal or if it's a procedural fairness letter, because sometimes people can confuse two of them as well. So depending on the situation, there might be 3 options for you to consider. First one would be a reconsideration request. The second one is another application, and the third one would be extremely rare, to be very honest with you, because not every applicant wants to go through that route, but it's totally doable, possible, again depending on the case and the circumstances. So it is the judicial review by the federal court. Now let's start with the difference first. As I mentioned before, refusal and procedural fairness are 2 different things. Refusal is final, is when you get the official letter from the IRCC where they say your application is denied, and they provide you with the reasons why the officer decided to refuse your file. While the procedural fairness letter, it's just the IRCC sending you a final request. Usually it's final. Very unlikely you will get 2 procedural fairness letters, so treat it as IRCC's final call saying that, dear applicant, we have this and that concern regarding your application, and they always give you the information in terms of what exactly they didn't like, if we can call it this way, and provide you some time to address their concern. Usually they give you limited time, so they will not give you 30 days or 60 days to respond. Usually they want the answer within 5 to 10 days max. So if you received this procedural fairness letter, always called as PFL letter, everyone knows about it, this abbreviation, so it's also very common. So you got it. The first thing, you don't need to panic, because as I mentioned, it's not final. IRCC wants to hear from you and gives you the final option to address the concerns, provide more evidence or explanation, like a detailed explanation. So as we mentioned, no panic, just read carefully what exactly they want. I have, a lot of applicants who said oh, I just wanted to withdraw my application right away, or I am just reapplying without even submitting any response to the PFL letter. This is absolutely wrong. You don't need to do it. Instead of, abandoning your file or resubmission again, you need to address the concerns, because they will be as a red flag on your application, and even if you submit the second time, still the same concerns would appear. So I would avoid that and just focus on providing the response within the time frame. So you read carefully exactly what officer flagged as a concern. It might be, the financial situation, it might be the genuineness of the documents that you submitted, or allegation of the misrepresentation. So different things can be flagged in the PFL letter. So the way to proceed here would be to identify which evidence you can submit as a primary one to alleviate all of the concerns that the officer listed on your file. In this case, usually when it's allegations about the misrepresentation, I always encourage applicants to get legal help in that reference, because if the IRCC will not be satisfied with what you submitted, the misrepresentation allegation can trigger a 5-year ban to Canada. So it will simply not be just a refusal, it can be a 5-year ban. So if you see that misrep is indicated in the PFL letter, my recommendation: get legal help, of the lawyer or immigration consultant to take a look at your file and just help you strategically rebut all of the concerns of the officer before you proceed with the submission. Now with the refusal. So as I mentioned, refusal is final, and in this case you have 3 options. The first one is reconsideration. It is used when you see exactly from the officer's notes, discussing the concerns and why the refusal was issued. You clearly see that the officer simply overlooked some facts or did not really pay too much attention to the documents that you in fact submitted, and quote that they were missing. We're all humans, IRCC officers are the same. They can, decide based on wrong judgment, and there might be some technical difficulties during the time when they accessed your application. So you might submit everything okay, but they did not receive, or some files were corrupted. So anything can happen, and if you clearly see from the officer's notes that it's their fault, meaning that you submitted everything correctly, it's just they did not pay attention to the documents, I encourage you to submit a reconsideration request. What it means is you need to write a submission letter, including why and what you think was done incorrectly from the officer side. Please be polite in your letter that you submit, in your submission, because the officer would be checking it, and you want to be polite and respectful, and just kindly but firmly indicate what was overlooked, and attach again. For example, if they claim that you have not provided confirmation that you have previous work experience within the same field, you attach the same documents again, saying like it was a part of the application package. It might have been disregarded, so I'm attaching them again for your review, and doing it politely but firmly, because you were right when you did it. I recommend you submit this reconsideration request as soon as possible, because the file tends to have the ability to be reopened again during the very short window. There is no specific deadlines, but from the experience I can tell that within the first week that's something that needs to be done, because the file still is fresh, and this reconsideration request would appear as the notification to the IRCC, so they most likely will pay attention to it and will take a look. If you submit a month or 2 months after the refusal, the chances are less than 1% that they will even take it into account and open the documents that you submit. So this is something that is very important, to act quickly here. So if you need help with either of the options we discussed, we would be happy to take a look at your documents, refusal notes, strategically outline the course of action, and do everything step by step. So we will leave the link in the description, so you should be able to follow the steps there and book a consultation with us. If the video was helpful for you, we would appreciate if you comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video.